Hello. The first thing you want to do when you open up the game is press single player, and then you're going to create a new world. You can name this world wherever you want, but just hit survival instead of creative, because creative is more like in creative you have unlimited resources, and in survival you need to farm for those resources, and you need to survive, basically. The first thing you want to do when you load out the game is that you find the nearest tree. And if you spawn in an area with where there are no trees, like a desert or a tundra, just find the nearest tree you can possibly find and start chopping it. Chop it down, and then you're gonna receive some logs. Whether it's oak or birch or any other kind of tree, it doesn't matter. Just get the logs and then put it into your crafting in your inventory by pressing E, and then make a crafting table, and then you're gonna put down that crafting table, and then make a pickaxe and an axe and a sword. The sword is for defending yourself. The pickaxe is for mining stone and other resources underground, and the axe is just for cutting wood. The second thing you want to do is create a house. You do this by mining resources and getting enough resources so that you can make a foundation for your house and create the house completely. First you want to find a bunch of wood and gather up as much as you can, and then gather up as much as stone as you can, and then you can create whatever kind of house you'd like. You can build a regular dirt house um, if you're really desperate, but you can also make go all out and create like a really huge one and a really fancy one which looks really modern as well, or you could just upgrade it later. There are five basic monsters you're gonna encounter. The creeper spawns in daylight and night and will explode if you go anywhere near it. The skeleton has a bow and has a ranged attack, but if you sidestep just when he's about to shoot, you're gonna be fine. He's not gonna hit you. Although he will only spawn in night, he will also burn to ashes in if he encounters any sunlight. The zombie is kind of similar to the skeleton and is the most basic monster that is. It's got a regular, a very short range attack and only spawns in the night. But if he encounters any sunlight, he will also burn to ashes. The spider can has also a very short range attack, which it attacks with its fangs and will only spawn in the night, but can survive in the daylight as well. They can also climb walls and will make cobwebs around you, which are sticky to get around. They can also be poisonous if they're in a cave, which are called cave spiders. The Enderman is the last basic monster. These spawn only in the night, but can survive in the daylight, but it prefers to stay in the shadow. It will not attack you unless you look it in the eyes. If you do look it in the eyes, it will shout at you and then attack you. It can also teleport and will randomly pick up blocks. And it also drops an ender pearl, which you can throw. And if it hits something, you're gonna teleport to that location and also lose some health. Uh, Over your inventory slot, in the bottom, you can see your hunger bar. This represents how hungry you are, and if it's low, you gotta eat. The fastest way to get a quick meal is killing cows or pigs, or you can also farm for resources by creating a hoe in the crafting table, and then using seeds to grow wheat and carrots and potatoes if you'd like that. Once you've created your house, you're gonna go down below and dig like in a staircase right down. You're doing this because you want resources. The basic resources in the game, which are underground, which you're going to be mining for, is stone, of course, which you can use to create stone pickaxes and stone tools. Iron, which is the next best thing. To you get iron ore, but to extract this ore, you need coal and a furnace, and you need to burn that ore in a furnace to get the iron, so you can create iron tools. The next one is gold, which is very similar to iron in that you need to extract the resource from its ore with coal, which you can find underground, and a furnace. The best resource in the game is diamonds currently, and you don't have to extract this resource, but they are extremely rare. It can only be found on the deepest below of the underground. There are also resources which you can find underground, which cannot be made into tools, like redstone. Redstone you can use to create redstone circuits. That's a very complicated topic, which I'm not going to go into in this video. But basically, you can make machines go and create circuits with this resource. Lapis lazuli is a blue resource which looks kind of similar to diamonds, although it's much darker, has a much darker shade to it, and is mainly used for enchanting weapons and tools in general. To enchant a weapon, you need to create it in the crafting table using obsidian and diamonds. And this, using this enchantment table, you can enchant your weapons and tools to generally make them better. You can get a ton of different variations of enchantments. Some will put your monsters on fire if you hit them with your sword, or others will simply make your pickaxe mine faster. And emeralds are generally just used for trading with villagers. They cannot be used to create any tools or any pickaxes of any kind. You can also go down to the nether, where you can find a nether castle. And in this nether castle, you can find blazes, and you can generally find very rare resources here, like wither skulls and nether warts, which can be used in potions. To get to the nether, you need to mine obsidian, which you can do by finding a diamond pickaxe or making a diamond pickaxe and then mining obsidian. Obsidian can only be located in lava, where there is lava, and you need to melt the lava with water, and then you create obsidian. To make this ender portal, you do it like this, and then you light it on fire with a flint and steel. The general end game of the game is getting to the Ender Dragon. To be able to defeat the Ender Dragon, you need to be fully equipped with basically the best gear you can find in the game, the best armor, the best tools and weapons and bows. To get to the end, you need to combine a Ender Pearl, which is dropped by an Enderman, with Blaze Powder, and Blaze Powder can only be found in the Nether, which you need to smash the Blaze Rod, which is dropped by defeating a blaze in the Nether. To get to this stronghold, where you can find the end portal, you need to throw this Eye of Ender up in the air, and this will lead you to this stronghold, where you can find the portal to the end. In the end, you can find the Ender Dragon, the towers surrounding the Ender Dragon, and Endermen around it. The Enderman is quite hostile, only if you look them in the eye, though, as regular Endermen. But the Ender Dragon is quite hard to take down, and you're gonna basically need a very good bow and a lot of arrows, because you need to defeat all the towers which got crystals up in the towers. And to destroy these crystals, you just need to shoot them with a bow, simply once. These regenerate over time, but that's not a problem. And as long as these crystal towers are up, they will help regenerate the Ender Dragon. And that is why you need to destroy them first before you can defeat the Ender Dragon. Once you're done defeating the Ender Dragon, you get the end, which you get the end of credits and then a small description, and a quite like, and then you get like a small storyline in which what happened in the end. And you also get a portal so you can go back to your own realm. And that is basically my video.